Greetings, Planeswalkers. Wow, that's an abrupt transition. My name is Mint Alpha Lotus. Welcome to the arena. I'm here with you for another premier draft of the latest Magic set, Edge of Eternities. Very exciting stuff. I've been up and down on this set. There's so much beautiful artwork. There are some cool ideas in it. But in terms of it being a viable set, it is definitely pretty inconsistent, especially coming off the heels of Dragonstorm and Final Fantasy, which were both pretty consistent sets. I have been finding my performance in draft in Edge of Eternities has been a little bit unpredictable. Yeah, that's the word for it. I think partially because there are so many cards limited in this set that can be played and just completely reverse the game. So we've been trying to navigate like all of those bizarre concepts and do our best in our quest towards Mythic. Currently we are in Platinum and we've been moving up through Platinum at a fairly okay clip, you know, not exactly like my favorite, my best performance, let's say, but we've been doing okay. So, all right, let's start the draft. And of course, if you like what I do, please feel free to like and subscribe to follow what I've been doing. I mean, if you do that, you'll stay up to date on whenever I go live and whenever I post new videos. And what do we get in our first pack? A Pinnacle Emissary. Okay, well, that's a fantastic pickup. What else is good here? The Brood Tender is absolutely fantastic. Specimen Freighter is really good. Gene Pollinator, obviously a great card. So Pinnacle Emissary is going to put us into like a red-blue artifact aggro deck. So we will have to... What is this? Sunken Citadel. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are definitely going to first pick a Pinnacle Emissary. That is an extremely powerful card. It limits us into red and blue, so we should be wary to maybe try to get out of that if those seem like they are not very open. But in my experience, red is almost always quite open in this format. It's not something that people often go to. Green, I find, has a lot of competition. Black, white, but yeah, let's kind of speculate on this. I definitely can't pass a Pinnacle Emissary. There's no question about that. I mean, that card is just crazy. And a Warmaker Gunship to follow that up. Oh my goodness. Is it my birthday today? That's kind of nuts. Yeah. So again, cares about artifacts. It's a decently cheap to station and cheap to get on the board artifact. I mean, this is mental. I don't know what else was in this pack to pass a Warmaker Gunship. But again, maybe people just aren't too hip to red. Red, I find, is there's some Bombard here. Even the molecular modifier can be good. The scan ship is quite good. Yeah, but again, I mean, I'm not passing that. All right, here, there's a Bombard, which is okay. The Cloud Sculpt Technician is okay. The download is also quite good, but I think here we just grab the Bombard. I mean, also good is the Sweeper. But yeah, nothing beats the removal. We definitely want to grab that. Nice little common. Yeah, also the Dirgecraft, fantastic. Emergency Eject. Terrabotanist is great. Wow, Terrabotanist. That's, yeah, you don't often see those by the time third pick comes around. All right, so we'll grab the Bombard. Yeah, I would also grab the Cerebral download if the Bombard wasn't in this pack, and if the two of them weren't, then the Sweeper would probably be next. So let's grab that and be thankful for it. Yeah, I mean, we're starting out strong here with a couple of oh my goodness. Weapons manufacturing, I don't think is particularly good, but I almost kind of want to just grab it. Yeah, but I mean, the only other things, mental modulation, maybe. The turbo drone is okay. I mean, do I have stuff here that sacrifices is the question? I don't currently. But, I mean, that definitely makes the gunship better. Yeah, now I'm going to grab that. I mean, it's not a good card, in my opinion, but... Wow, an expansionist? The Mechan Navigator is a good card. The Pangolin is also fantastic. But I think I might take the Navigator. These aren't... Yeah, those aren't great. I think I might take the Navigator. It's an artifact creature. It helps you mill through your deck a little bit better. The Pangolin can also be, like, quite good for just getting bigger and bigger. I don't know. Actually, I think that's probably a better pickup, especially since we don't really have any viable 2-drops currently. A null is quite good. Wow. And that's 6th pick. That's all right. Again, there's a lot of these Cloud Sculpt Technicians going around. Embrace Oblivion's a fantastic card, but yeah, I think we just take a null. There are tons of targets for a null in this format. Cosmogoyf is one of those guys that just keeps getting passed around because nobody wants the Cosmogoyf. It just does not work. I'm not even sure how you would get it to work. It's definitely underwhelming. Wow. Okay, so a Saw Ship, another Bombard. This wasn't the first pack. Okay, I thought this might have been on the wheel because there are a lot of fantastic blue and red cards here, and even that Sweeper. But the Saw Ship is amazing. It's a nice high-end thing. It is also another artifact. I've got to go with Saw Ship. That won us a ton of games in our previous draft. I think now the Dragon, it's not, it's not that thematic with the deck, but like it's a good card. Not my favorite and not something I've played a ton of. I wish there was something a little lower end here that I could take, because I find higher end stuff is always pretty easy to pick up. Here, I really don't know. I mean, the Chrome Companion, possibly. I don't know. I think I might take the Technician. It's really not that great, but it's better than Rig for War, I feel like. All right, the Scrapper did wheel. That's cool. Oh, no, wait. That was the Turbo Drone I was thinking of. But yeah, I'll take a Scrapper as a 1-drop. I'm definitely not playing 2 Cloud Sculpt Technicians. Do not find them to be good at all. Or... yeah, I mean, in this pack, they were pretty easy to pick up. So, all right, Mental Modulation I will throw into the deck. No question about that. Oh, nice, an Arc Enemy's Charm. That's pretty cool. The Landseeker here, possibly. I mean, maybe, probably this. Yeah, I might play the Scan Ship. It's another artifact. Yeah, I think that might be the better pickup. It's just been Cloud Sculpt Technicians galore today. Yeah, Arc Enemy's Charm, great card, but in limited in a set that doesn't have a ton of fixing, it's a little sketch. I mean, there's also the Stomping Ground that I could take and potentially speculate on trying to pick up some green, but don't know that I really want to do that. I've got a pretty solid red-blue thing going here currently. Wow, that's awesome. A Bruntar? Yeah, I mean, I'll grab a Bruntar. Pinnacle Killship could also be good, but I think here I'm going to take the Bruntar. Not a whole lot of red and blue in this pack. Yeah, we'll grab the Bruntar. Another Annul. I don't know that I want to play 2 of them necessarily. However, there is another Pangolin here. Systems Override can be good, but it's more of a Rakdos thing where you have like black sacrifice outlets. Yeah. War Rager, not a fantastic card in my opinion. But another Pangolin's great, and we do need some more 2-drops, so I think that's the play here. Wow, Landing Zone. Okay. The Harrier is a great card. I mean, especially because you can spit out more tokens. Again, if that wasn't there, I mean, there's, you know, Red Tiger Mechan, Slag Drill, Scrapper. Oh, there's a Mouth of the Storm, which would be nice, but we do have quite a few cards already in our top end. So yeah, I mean, the Harrier is quite a good little one-drop. Again, another artifact creature, easy to get out. Let's grab that up and be thankful for it. Here, maybe another mental modulation. Skywarden can be okay. I mean, it's an okay trick. There's also a shield mate. Like, maybe we try to play for that, because we do already have like a mental modulation. The Atomic Microsizer is not, in my opinion, a good card. A Starwinder? I don't even know what this is. I've actually never seen that before. That's interesting. It's a creature Leviathan, very high end. A creature you control. Okay, and you can warp it. Well, I mean, I'll grab it. Like, I would really like to have the Bombard here, but I'm going to give this a try. And I might end up like cutting the scan ship instead. I'm not a big fan of Remnant Elemental, actually. There is another Nebula Dragon here. Actually, the Ilvoy Light Jammer might be a nice little trick in this case. It is another artifact. It does play well with some stuff, so I don't know, like having a, because we don't have a lot of removal, so that might be, oh, litho breaking. I mean, that might be okay as a pyroclasm effect. You know what? I'm going to take the Memorial Vault. I think that seems fun. The Landseeker now, I guess, is probably the pickup. Does create a lander token. The Ilvoy Operative or the Pinnacle. I'm going to grab the Pinnacle Killship, even though I think the Operative is probably more playable, but the Killship is a better card. Cryologist or War Rager, both just terrible options. Shield Mate, alright. And the Microsizer, okay. Well, I mean, we picked up some stuff that we could potentially play, I guess. Here, we've got an All Fate Scroll, which is nice. That, in fact, might be alright. To ramp. The Gale Blade is also, can be okay. There's another Pangolin, but, and another Harrier. I think I'm just going to grab up the All Faith Scroll as a way to ramp up a little bit and potentially draw just a couple of cards in the late game. I mean, realistically, I only see drawing 2 cards off of it, but even drawing 2 cards in late game can be okay. Steel Swarm Operator is a very good card in a deck like this, but Zookeeper Mechan, yeah, I'm going to grab that. That's a fantastic pickup. No question there. An Orbital Plunge. Nice. Was definitely hoping for one of those. Hey there, Yawgmoth. Welcome to the stream. If I could choose the next Universes Beyond, what would I like to see? That's actually a really good question. I was talking about that with some friends, and I think, oh my goodness, wow, okay. Terra Pact Intimidator now. Plasma Bolt here. If this wasn't here, I would take that in a heartbeat. But yeah, I was talking with some friends, and I mean, there are a lot of like coming on the heels of Final Fantasy. There are properties like One Piece, which would be kind of cool, and I mean, they do have their own game, much like Final Fantasy does. So I don't know if that would be entirely possible. There are, there's all sorts of properties that I think would be kind of interesting, like maybe a Batman or DC thing, since we're getting Spider-Man next. Big fan of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh my goodness. God, Pick 5, what is going on here? That is bizarre. Nutrient Block might be all right here. Ruinous Rampage is not something I'm going to pick, so probably the Nutrient Block, and we'll see. I mean, it draws a card, which is nice. It's low casting cost, which is nice. It is definitely better than anything else that that I want to play here. Another Annul and another Godma. Should have been green, I guess. That's unbelievable. I'm going to throw the Annul into the sideboard and maybe play a second one, but unlikely. I mean, I have so many playables here. A Code Cracker Hound. Wow. Awesome. I will definitely grab that. Roving Actuator is not something I've played with. Yeah, we still never grabbed a Turbo Drone. How about you, Yawgmoth? What would you like to see in another Universes Beyond set? Mechanozoa is also very nice here. Or the Moxite is probably actually... Well, no. I think Mechanozoa will help us get close to the end game. God, I don't know what I'm going to cut out of this deck. I have far too many playables. Like, far too many playables. Got 2 Pangolins already, so I'll grab another Harrier, even though I don't think I'm going to play that. The Sweeper, I think I will grab. I don't really have anything that tapped matters, I don't think. Probably grab the Gale Blade now. Actually, I'm going to put that in the sideboard. Silencer is at least an artifact and something that is playable. And then Ruinous Rampage, last card. So we've got to make 3-4 cuts, something like that. We have to make 7 cuts. Right. So maybe we went a little bit crazy here. That's fair. We definitely have way too much stuff in the top end here, so we're going to have to figure something out because this is beyond ludicrous. Way too much stuff. I think I'm going to cut the scan ship because it's okay, but not fantastic. The Bruntar, this is not really that much of a landfall deck. Like, Bruntar is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but would I rather have something like a Starwinder that I can warp in a little bit earlier? Like, the issue with Bruntar, it plays a little bit better in a Gruul deck where you are ramping a little bit more, and then have access to more lander tokens to be able to play more land out and get more value off of it. So I don't feel like it's going to be that useful here. The Nebula Dragon is something I might cut as well. I like it, but if I have a Starwinder that I can warp in earlier, then maybe we just cut this rather than hoping to get to 7 land. Again, I think with more lander tokens, I'd be a bit more hip to that. But it's... Okay, so we're looking a little bit better here in the high end. The Landseekers are okay. It's, again, not my favorite card. I've never played with Memorial Vault. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see how that plays out. It could be fun, I feel like. I don't know how to rate this card. Like, I feel like this could either be really, really good in this deck, or else really, really terrible. But I guess we'll see. I watched a lot of different streamers, and I've never seen anybody play with Memorial Vault, so let me know what you think, stream. That is that's an interesting one for sure. I might just cut the Ilvoy Light Jammer because it's not that fantastic. We need 3 more cuts. What is our curve looking like here? 14 creatures, 12 non-creatures. 15 artifacts. So if we get the Pinnacle Emissary, we are definitely going to be able to go off with it. And we can warp him in as well. A lot of warp stuff in this deck. Man, I cannot believe we picked up a Terra Pact Intimidator. That is a little bit nuts. Yeah, I mean, this even works with lander tokens because the casting cost is 0, so you can at least exile 1 card. If we're flooded for land, I don't really see that being a bad thing. I mean, it's cheaper than blowing a lander token if you hit a land with this. Yeah. I'm not sold on the Remnant Elemental in this deck. Our average is at 3, so that's all right. I mean, we have tons of ways to draw cards. And especially if we can generate some drone tokens with the Pinnacle Emissary, then we can use those with the Slag Drill Scrapper, which is cool. Nutrient Block allows us to draw a card. If we play the All Fates scroll, which not 100% certain on it, like 2 cards is still okay. Yeah, I don't know. Weapons manufacturing is a big question. Like, I don't think this is a good card, but we do have some ways to sacrifice tokens between like the Memorial Vault, the Slag Drill Scrapper. And the last few cuts always the most difficult. Coalcracker Hound's such a great card. I mean, unfortunately, it's not an artifact, but like, it might be one of the better blue uncommons. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the best. It is a fantastic, fantastic uncommon. Cloud Sculpt's Technician, I'm still not that sold on. Like, with this deck, it's probably always going to be 2/4, but it is, like, really very much a filler level card, which is unfortunate. Now, I do have to be careful here because I just do not have that much removal in this deck. At least Mechanozoa is somewhat quasi-removal for 3. That's okay, but yeah, I mean, I do have some concerns here about being run over. These pangolins could just go absolutely out of control with between weapons manufacturing and Pinnacle Emissary. And yeah, that's something that I feel like could be quite good. Oh, and I guess Cavron Harrier as well provides me with another outlet for generating more artifacts. Now, I mean, the thing about Pinnacle Emissary is it's like whenever you cast an artifact spell. So by generating artifact tokens, this is not going to trigger, but it will then trigger things like weapons manufacturing. Yeah, and it will also trigger Ore Plate Pangolin. There is a lot of synergy here. It's, again, just trying to make sure that I can get to my later plays. That's going to be the trouble. I mean, we do have 2 7-drops in this deck, which might be a mistake. I mean, at least Starwinder can be played pretty low end. But yeah, we've got, for interaction, what do we have? We've got that. it's not like a thrilling amount of interaction, I will say that much. I wish we could have picked up like at least one or two more things. A cryogen relic would have been amazing in this deck, but we did not see that. I think that's pretty much it, which is not bad, but like Mechanozoa and Mental Modulation are more like pseudo interaction, so that's a bit worrisome. I mean, Mental Modulation's great to tempo in the early game, but by the time you get to late game, it can become fairly useless. I don't know. I think I'm going to cut the Technician. Oh, and I guess Pinnacle Killship is technically interaction as well. I mean, I just kind of want to keep the Starwinder just to play with it, even though the Pinnacle Killship is probably the better 7-drop. And yeah, I mean, Galvanizing Sawship is a 6-drop, so that's all a bit scary. We are a little light on 3-drops. And he does not fly as well. That's something to keep in mind. Even though it very much looks like it flies. That's one thing about this set. There's like, there are things that look like they fly in the artwork that do not, and vice versa. So definitely something to be aware of. How do we look for yeah, so I mean, this is our 6 and 7 drop creatures. The Landseeker is not great, but I mean, it's the only creature we have in the 4-drop range. Technically, Mechanozoa can be played on 3. The Starwinder can be played on 4. I mean, we have 2 cards here that really dirtle. They are extremely dirtily. And the fact that Memorial Vault is like a 4-drop, a little worrisome, but it is a good card draw mechanism. In some ways, probably better than All Faith Scroll. What do we have with flying? All right. Yeah, I mean, the Warmaker Gunship works really well with the Starwinder, being able to crew it like instantly, if we can play that down. I mean, that's a bonkers curve out to play this on turn 4 after playing the Gunship on turn 3. That is potentially just mental. You know what? I'm just going to cut the... As much as I really do not want to cut that Killship, I think that might be the play. And then this is our deck. And how are we looking for red-blue? A lot more red than blue. We do have a couple of double blue pips. 9-8. Probably, I might probably say 7-10. 7-10 split. I think that's a bit more fair. We definitely want to start with red in our hand because most of our low-end stuff is pretty red. At least we do have a couple of colorless things that we can do on 1, 2, and 3, which is okay. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we just try to ship this and see where it goes. Let's give that a try. Again, I mean, this format has been so inconsistent. Like, there have been games that I have just had dead to rights, like, absolutely won the game, and the opponent just plays one card, and in one turn, essentially wins the game. So, It's been tough. There's been a lot of like really bad mana hands due to the lack of fixing. All right, so I mean this is great. That's absolutely fantastic. We've got like potentially 1, 2, 3 opponents on the play. Yeah, I mean this is totally keepable. It's by no means a quick hand, but I mean if opponent plays some sort of artifact or enchantment, I am all right. Okay. Now the question is, I mean the shield mate's not doing much, so I think I'm just gonna get this down. Next turn we can play the scroll just to get another blue mana. And if opponent wants to destroy that, I am more than happy to let that weapons manufacturing go. All right, decode transmissions. That's all right. Let's play a scroll to be efficient. You got a token. Opponent's still with nothing. That's kind of interesting. Alright, here I think we just drop the shield mate. Drop a scrapper. Opponent is probably going to counter that. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Okay. That is totally cool with me. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand. I mean, here I think we just... like, they're clearly playing some sort of control deck. Here, I think we just play out the Mechanozoa and see if opponent counters it. And he does not. Okay. But they probably have some hard removal for it, which, again, we are fine with. Station Monitor is a good play. Nice. Alright, let's get out a Land Seeker. So opponent's on a double spell deck, which means they're probably going to start going off now. We have both dirtled beyond belief here, so that's kind of bizarre. Like, usually these games are a lot quicker than getting to 7 mana. The next turn we can blow that lander token, get another blue. Opponent doesn't do anything interesting here that we can annul. I mean, we can do it before... Oh, wow. Okay, so he's got one of those as well. Which he's warping in. That's kind of interesting. Okay. All right. He's going to give me 2 cards? Oh, he's going to do his own. Okay. That's a good play. Really good play. Here, let's... Tap this just to draw a card. Okay. Do you want to get some more blue? And then we'll attack in. Color crawler. And a color. Nice. Do this now, just to see if we draw into something. We did not. So I think we just kind of hold back here. The opponent is, I'm going to say definitely looking quite good. But yeah, let's just hold back and see what he wants to do. Yeah, that's a really good play. Okay, we are going to trade with that for sure. Yeah, I think we just do this. Yeah, that's devastating. I mean, I think we just have to trade. And, I mean, opponent's going to get so many cards. It's funny, every time we find a card that we've never seen before, we end up, like, going up against it, which is kind of nuts. Here, I think we just want to try to get as much stuff off the board as we can. But we are losing the game for sure. We are not in a good spot here. Probably going to give us the lander tokens, I'm going to guess. All right, well, that's good. I mean, that means he probably has some removal for it, but yeah, here we just hold up. All right, fast turn. Zealot. Wow, that's a good play. Another Zealot. Okay. Yeah, opponent is just going off. I mean, they've got so much value now. I mean, I'm going to figure they have some removal in their hand, but there's unfortunately not a whole lot I can do. I've got to try for this play. Yeah, let's... I guess we do the damage first. And we'll remove that. But I mean, he's got his... Wow, he didn't sacrifice it. That's nuts. Okay, well, we're... I don't want to say we're back in the game, but that's at least some hope. Okay, Pinnacle Emissary is way too late to the party. Way too late. Way too late to the party. Oh, Pinnacle Emissary. Where have you been my whole life? Yeah, that doesn't even... Unfortunately, that doesn't trigger the Pinnacle Emissary, so... I think we just, again, hold up. Opponent's got 6 cards in hand. This is just devastating. Yeah, I think that's all right. Alright, yeah, opponent's got a great value engine going here. So we block there and take 5, I think, is the way to play it. I've got a cat here demanding some attention. Alright, so this is okay-ish, let's say. Not great, but, you know, it's okay. Need 7 mana for that. Alright. And, yeah, I mean, we'll see what we draw next turn. I mean, this could very well be over at this point. I'm going to take a lot of damage this turn. Can at least block the Swarm color. Yeah, without so much hard removal, like something like the station monitor just goes off and becomes devastating. Yeah, I mean, here I think we need to block. And, I mean, I'm going to say we just kind of block like this, rather than let that grow even bigger. And if opponent's got a trick, then so be it. I'm getting blown out. It's not. Okay. We're at 8. That is not going to cut it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, I think this is over. We'll concede that game. Unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, we didn't draw anything really great there. That's too bad. Yeah, very hard when when you are not drawing well. And something like that Pinnacle Emissary, I mean, that 7/7 thing. Oh, wow, we're fighting somebody up in Diamond? Interesting. All right, opponent goes first, but we've got some great stuff here. Be nice to have a 1-drop for the Pinnacle Emissary, but, I mean, I'm not going to throw this back. This is great. There we go. Yeah, we will, I think we'll just pass turn here, and then next turn we'll warp in the Emissary and Slag Drill Scrapper. Memorial Vault, okay. Do this. Play that for blue. I mean, next turn we can already play the gunship. That's some value, for sure. No blocks. Mechanozoa? That's nice. Okay, I mean, here I think we just play the Pinnacle Emissary out. And we can attack in. Light on the Emissary. Yeah. That's a good play. I mean, here we're not going to get, like, the most value off of this, but next turn we can always play the Sweeper. We definitely do want to play this, like this. Just attack. I mean, we're kind of racing with opponent here, but, like, we do have some great plays in our hand still. Yeah, Eulogist. That's good. Opponent holds up. Yeah, I think here I just want to get this down. You know what? If opponent wants to trade, then I'm all for that. Yep. All right. On at 12. And we will start stationing this up. All right, we've got a Bombard, which is nice. Here, I think we play this. Okay, so that's a lot of land. Realistically, do we want 2 more land? I don't know. I mean, it's not so bad, I guess. Sure, let's do that. I mean, we do have ways to draw into stuff here. So that's 6+. I mean, I think we just play into the opponent's removal spell. Okay. All right. If opponent plays, yep, Pinnacle Killship to get rid of my Pangolin. That's all right. Let's warp this in. We will station. Yeah, we're going to station this. Attack for 5. All right, that was real aggro. Yeah, I mean, so many of these games seem to come down to just like how aggressive you can be, how quickly you can get stuff played out, and then how fast you can overwhelm your opponent. I mean, like, opponent was on the back foot there from the beginning because we got so many of our like really great cards. And you know, what do you play against that? Pinnacle Emissary is a threat you've got to deal with like really quickly, and he did. But by that point, we had a pangolin that was starting to get bigger. The gunship, another fantastic card. Like, it was just a really good opening hand with a good curve out. This is not too bad. I mean, we've got, you know, 1 and 3 here. On the second turn, we can make a robot, and we're on the play. So this is, I feel like I don't want to say this is a strong hand because we need something more than this. At least the Code Cracker Hound, we can potentially, you know, draw into something a little stronger. Good early plays, at least. Hopefully we can draw into something better than a Cavron Harrier. Poliwags are cool and fun. That's a great name. All right, well, maybe opponent's not here. And it does happen every so often in draft that you win a game because opponent is just not present and they rope out, but it's rare. Especially, I mean, when you get up to these levels, that'd be just kind of bizarre. Yeah, 4 land is a little bit sketch. I mean, I would much rather have 3, but I'm not going to throw back 4 land. 5 is when it starts getting really scary. And I've had way too many hands in my life that have 6 and 7 land in them. Bizarre. I don't know. I mean, sometimes people crash when they jump into a game, I guess. Strange. I mean, they might just be trying to psych us out, too, potentially. Okay. Definitely not the most exciting or interesting way to win. Okay, opponent's back. Cool. And they've got a gene pollinator. Nice. Well, I am definitely... Oh, we drew another land. Crud. Definitely going to attack in. See if opponent wants to block. They do not. Okay. Another gene pollinator. Wow. Okay, that's super aggressive, but sure. Now, I mean, the question here, like, this is so awkward because, I don't know, I feel like maybe... Do I take 2? Like, I really want to warp the Codecracker Hound for the value of it, but I don't know. Maybe I just play it out. And then... I guess if I play the scroll this turn, or the mechan this turn, then next turn... Next turn I've got access to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's play the scroll. I mean, my hand is such crud that I really want to get both hits off the Codecracker Hound. Opponent is definitely dirtling a little bit. Another land, okay. Do this. Yeah, he's not going to counter that, okay. But is he going to counter this is the question. He is. Alright. That's okay. It's unfortunate, but there you have it. Wow. Yeah, opponent's got access to... oh my god. Right. 6. So we're at least... next turn we can play the scroll. But we're going to get hit for a lot first, unfortunately. Yeah, what do you do? I mean, we just drew nothing but land. We have 4 spells. Yeah, he's going to kill that. And that is a punch. Target creature, yep. Gains vigilance. That's, yeah, I mean, that's the best we can do. So we're in a lot of trouble here. Two-turn clock. Needs something other than land. That is something other than land. Alright. 3, 6, 7. Wow. Thank goodness. I'll take it. He's got a counter for it. No. Okay. Thank goodness. Sack the lander token. Get some more land. Does he have an eject? Nope. Nutrient block is nice. Now the question is, what do we want to do? I can't really race opponent on this, but he will have to chump. Take 5 next turn. We are technically at 15. Yeah, I mean, let's try this. This is so aggressive, but... Unbelievable. Wow. That is just brutal. Okay. And more land. One's got to jump again. No! Desculpting Blast. Okay, that's fine. Just play him out again. Does he have a counter this time? Nope, good. Only can hit me for one, I guess. Mechan, nice play. See what we draw. Here, I think we just wait till next turn. Yeah, I think we have to wait till next turn. I want to get as many triggers as I can off of the Pinnacle Emissary. This is a little dangerous. 9. I mean, if he draws something to tap my one creature. Ooh, what to do? Yeah, I've got to risk it. Okay. Let's try to get this down. Doesn't have a counter. Fantastic. And we will play this. Yeah, those can be quite good. How much is it to station this? And we'll do that, I think, just to get another defender. So we really don't want to block with those. Those cards this turn, so next turn. We'll... Yeah, alright. We're not in good shape yet, but we are getting closer. Wow, Thawbringer's a good, yep. Modulation. I think here I want to play this to tap this. Okay, that was all right. That was a good turn. I guess let's get in for 4. Yeah, good game. All right. That's, yeah. I guess that was hard to come back from. That's fair. We kind of went off there. Yeah, I was really trying to decide, like, should I attack with my 7/7? But, like, the answer is no, because if I get in for 4, I'm drawing 4 cards. Going off even harder. Like, man, I'm glad I drafted that thing. It's absolutely crazy. 2-1, not a bad record. I mean, it's a great little deck. There's some good stuff in it. The one game we did lose, I mean, we didn't draw a lot of stuff. This game was bizarre. We drew way too much land, and yet, you know, we managed to reverse it. But, like, that Leviathan, that came in clutch. Okay, so there's not a ton of land here, but we do have good 1- and 2-turn plays. We can play 3 of the cards in our hand. The Saw Ship's good for late game. If we draw another land, we've got the Land Seeker. Like, I don't know. This is okay, and we're on the draw, so we might draw another land anyway. Okay, whoa. Okay, no, not that. Thanks. Good lord. The highest casting cost card in our deck. Fantastic. Sweeper, that's all right. Opponent can't crew it without, you know, creature. Looks like he's digging for land. There's our fourth land, so that our third land, which means fourth mana. So we can move into the Land Seeker, which we can then use the token. Pangolin's a great play. Oh, or do we just want to play the Hound? I mean, that Pangolin is really going to start going off here. My goodness. Man, I wish we could, I wish we could play the Starwinder and tap down the Pangolin. That would be an incredible turn. I think we play the Hound here because... No, you know what? I'm going to play the Land Seeker. And just make sure we get our... we need another mountain, I think. Whoa! Okay, that's a good play. Good lord. Okay, this is a little bit wacky. Man, I wish we had been able to draw into a land there. So, I mean, here, do we just try to get in for 6? Draw. No, I think we just go grab a land, play the nutrient block, maybe. Oh, actually, this is the play. We warp this in, hit for 4, draw 4 cards. This is ridiculous. I like that. Land, yep. Sorry, Lander token, but unfortunately... And I mean, we're also going to take a ton of damage on the way back, but that's okay. That's not the end of the world. We drew enough land to keep going for a while here. Yep, alright. Bye-bye, guys. Take 7. Or do we just want to try to not get run over here? How are we looking? Yeah, I mean, I feel like taking 2... We probably want to keep our life total high for a little while here. I think that's a much better plan. Alright. What do we want to do? We've got access to 6 mana. So I feel like we probably play this. Play this. Yeah, you know what? I think we just cast this with warp. Let's do that. Get in for another 4. All right. Now, I mean, opponents got to be kind of careful here. Like, we do have a saw ship, which is pretty fantastic. Turbo drone, yeah, all right. I think I'm just going to take that. Yeah, no blocks. That's all right. Well, a null would have been nice a little while ago, but, you know. Yeah, we're not quite there, are we? Not quite. I think we need to play this down. So here, I think, see if opponent wants to chump, maybe? Nine damage. What do we get coming back is 11? And one of them is blockable, so yeah, let's try this. I mean, if opponent rips something off the top, we're doomed, but there we go. That's just the way of it. Just a land, okay. All right. Excellent. So we tap down his dude. And that's game. Woo! Yeah, I guess like having all those tapping spells kind of came in handy. A lot of, I'm going to say like a lot of calculating there. Literally me. Yeah. All right, 3-1. Not too bad for this little deck. Let's take a look at it again for anybody who has joined. A couple of low-end things. We've got the Annul, which is great. The Carrier, Harrier has come in a lot of handy. In that one game where we were able to create a couple of robot tokens was fantastic. The Scrapper is one of those cards that just, it doesn't seem that great, but man, like it can, for a 1-drop, it's a pretty fantastic 1-drop. Hey there, RN Genie. Thanks for joining the stream. How you doing today? Timeless. Timeless is not a format that I've played a whole lot of. Is that like your favorite format to play? So here in the deck, like, yeah, we've got, I mean, the Shieldmate's okay. Vintage, yeah, Vintage is on MTGO. Yeah, fair enough. Timeless comes in second. I play a lot of Historic. Like, I really like Historic. But, I mean, I started playing Magic back in the 90s. So, kind of, like, those older cards I really do enjoy playing. And, I mean, there's a whole swath of Magic that I missed out on. Hey, thanks very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. We're trying to get to 10 follows here on Twitch so that we can start doing like all these channel effects and stuff like that. Once you get to 10, you like a partner or something, and then you can do channel bits. But yeah, no, it's a great day here. We're just doing some draft here today in stream, chilling out. And this deck, I mean, we started with pick one, pack one of Pinnacle Emissary, which is a devastating card in Edge of Eternities. Really, really cool. So glad to have picked that up because our last few drafts, like our pick one, pack one, hasn't been, you know, what I would call stellar. But yeah, I mean, we followed that up with a second pick, Warmaker Gunship. Absolutely mental card. And especially with the Pinnacle Emissary creating so many artifacts, like the synergy between the Emissary and this is nuts. The fact that you can get this down on turn 3. Yeah, Edge of Eternities Limited is very rough. You are absolutely correct. I agree 100%. Like, I said at the beginning of the stream, like, hey, DAS man, nice to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. I said at the beginning of the stream that, like, Edge of Eternities is so variable in its limited format because you can be, like, absolutely winning a game, and then it just flips and you get destroyed in, like, 1 turn. It's nuts. I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on this format. I love the artwork. I love the science fiction theme because I'm a huge classic sci-fi fan. But the card mechanics, there are some that when they come down, they just like literally should just say win the game. Yeah, the theme is very cool. Like the theme is my favorite thing about Edge of Eternities. In fact, that they really branched out. In my little mini video, the short on YouTube about Who is Tezzeret that I did, like I refer to him as he's just like the villain from The Black Hole, like that classic Disney sci-fi film where he's just kind of out of his mind and he's like this effete captain who's just cruel and evil. Like it's such a great mashup of so many cool old sci-fi themes. And, you know, if you're a lover of classic sci-fi, like the alternate art cards that look like 1950s sci-fi pulp, so good. That stuff is so amazing. But yeah, we got like this Starwinder, which is a card that I have never seen in any of my packs. It was really cool to open this, and that won us some... the lands are fantastic as well in this set. Yeah, that's a very good point. I completely agree with that. And I think like the bonus sheet having so many reprints of old lands, it definitely helps newer players get into some of the formats because I mean the thing about that is like when you start playing Magic, often trying to get lands, like some of the older lands, very strip mine. Yeah, I played strip mine a lot back in the 90s, back when land destruction was really viable format, like Demonic Hordes, Stone Rain. What was the black one? There was a 2 black in Alpha Beta Unlimited. It was 2 black that destroyed a land. Ice Storm or something like that. But yeah, the Sinkhole, yeah, another fantastic card, yeah. Those were the days, but I mean, it feels really bad being on the other side of land destruction. And I mean, have you seen those decks with the what is it? The 2 green, 2 colorless. It's like that green creature that you can play 2 lands a turn and play lands out of your graveyard, and you just keep recruiting that the strip mine combo thing. Yeah, the insect guy. What's his name? I don't remember. I actually got him in one of my sealed packs. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there are so many cool reprints of more traditional lands in this set, and it really helps. Because, I mean, some lands that they have reprinted were going for like 40, 50 bucks. So if you can open one, I mean, that really saves you. And even like the pain lands, the, you know, pay 2 life and it comes into play untapped. And like here on Arena, I mean, it is so difficult because all the lands you want are all rare wildcards. Because like the best land is all rare. So you'll put a deck together and it's like, yeah, that needs 35 wildcards, and most of it is the land. Especially in something like Brawl, where, you know, you might need to play like 14 or 15 different, like totally different lands. And again, they're all rare. So it's nice seeing like a lot of land getting reprinted. Now, some of the land that they've reprinted is stuff that would never get played in decks, I feel like. But man, Strip Mine coming back is a blast from the past. That land is banned in every format but 2. And I believe it's restricted in one of those 2 formats. And it's only like, what is it, Historic and Timeless? I think Timeless is the only... Am I right in that? Do you know about that? RN Genie, I think Timeless is the only format it is not banned or restricted in, if I remember. Yeah, Vintage is restricted. And I think Timeless is free to play 4 copies. So, yeah. You probably have more intestinal fortitude than I do if you're playing Timeless. God, being on the other end of a strip mine always feels just absolutely wretched. But I guess it feels good to play it. All right, so yeah, let's get back to some games. But yeah, the Saw Ship there really came in clutch. That flying haste thing is crazy. The last draft we did, we got 2 of those. It was amazing. The one thing about this deck, very light in removal. It's only got the Orbital Plunge, a Bombard. The Gunship is kind of removal as well. But like optimally, it's nice to play the Gunship a little bit earlier in the game, like try to get that down by turn 3. And then we still have not made good on weapons manufacturing. I'm not convinced. Turn 1 comboed, yeah. Yeah, when I used to play in the 90s, I had like all the, you know, Lotus, Moxes, Time Walk, Time Twister, and a couple of Jusum Jins. Like I could play out. There were turns where like first turn I would have maybe 2 Jusums on the board and a Juggernaut, because I'd have like a Mishra's Workshop, and then play a Time Walk, hit you for 15 and go, right? Like it's all right. Yeah, well, thanks for hanging out. It's great to chat with other players. Nice meeting you as well. There is a lurk command in the channel. You can type !lurk. So, all right. So let's get back to some games. Pretty decent records so far. I mean, the one game that we lost, I don't think was like any fault of ours. That was just like a bad draw on our part, and we got kind of run over. We've had a few games now where we are on the draw, so hopefully we'll get one now where we're on the play. We are on the draw again, and this hand is... This is not keepable. This is all the highest casting cost cards in our deck. Yeah. Honestly, I think I've got to pitch this back. It's too bad because, like, good land spread and the gunship would be nice, but this is too scary. I mean, weapons manufacturing early is pretty useless, I feel like. And without anything to crew that gunship or the saw ship, yeah, this is just too risky. This is better. I'm probably just going to toss the annul back, I think. Try to rush for the land seeker. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Not a good hand. So I don't hold a lot of odds of winning this one. Oh, wow, especially with a Gene Pollinator. Pangolin, that's a great pickup. Play this. And yeah, we'll pass turn. Now, because of our curve, I feel like Pangolin's always going to be a bit of a turn behind. Curiosity is a good play. Opponent's got access to a bunch of mana. Let's get out the Pangolin. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to play something next turn and be able to put a counter on the Pangolin, but I mean, we might just have to play the scroll. Then next turn we can always put a counter on the Pangolin. Yeah. Oh, we can actually do that. Yeah, what was I thinking? All right. I mean, do we want to take 5? Probably not. Like, I feel like we need to play a bit more defensively here. See if opponent wants to trade. Landseeker next turn will be all right. Enhancer. It's a great play. Yeah, I mean, if opponent wants to attack with the Thawbringer, I'm definitely going to trade. Okay. Or land. Fantastic. Okay, let's get some more on the board here. More blockers. More fun. I'm gonna pass turn. Okay. Yeah, opponent's going to do that before his turn. And he's got access to blue now. Mouth of the Storm. Great play, but... Let's see, and this requires... That's Ward 2, right? I mean, we've got enough to toast it, but maybe we just use the lander token and then we mental modulate it before. Yeah, I think that's probably the play, because I do want to get the want to get another land. Not that we're hurting for land, but there we go. And we've got enough for one or the other. So that's all right. And I think we just put a stop here. I don't really feel like it's worth getting in for one. Okay, I guess the stop did not work. All right, we're about to get fairly run over. No blocks. Kanazoa's okay. I think here we need to plunge. We're not going to get a lander token anyway. And then we're not going to attack. No. No attacks. Oh, this is going to be rough. He's also got that Weft Blade Enhancer. We're getting completely run over here. Yeah, it's not been the best draws, let's say. Yep. So we're on a 2-turn clock. All right. Okay. Well, we've got to definitely got to block that. 5, yeah, we'll do that. All right. Or land. Yeah, on the bright side, it does save us for 1 turn. I mean, we can't attack in. Rasher's a good play. Yeah, we are getting completely wrecked by big creatures here. And, I mean, we didn't have any... Oh, wow, a Baloth as well. Good play. Another land. That's what? 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 We've got, what, 11 of our land or something like that? There's another land. Pinnacle Emissary is not going to do it, unfortunately, because we don't even have anything else. That's game. 7 to 22. With, like, 30 damage coming in. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But, I mean, having to mulligan and then just drawing into non-stop land, what do you do about that? So we got one more game here. We'll see if we go 3-3. If we go 3-3 with this deck, that would be so disappointing. This deck is so good. But, I mean, if you don't get the draws, you just don't get the draws. That's just how it goes. That is the way of Magic. Yeah, I mean, 2 Mouth of the Storms there, that was a complete steamrolling. Like, realistically, probably should have just orbital plunged the first one. When the second one came down, that was a lot to deal with. It crippled us for 2 turns. We had no way to apply any pressure. Mouth of Storm is a fantastic card. Long wait on this one. I'll drink some water, then I'll be guaranteed to get right into a match, yeah. That's how it goes. All right, how's our draw look? Non-existent. There we go. This is not good. And we are on the draw again? I mean, there's nothing to do here until turn 4. I mean, we can potentially draw into something, but I really, really don't like this. I mean, turn 4 we can... Oh my god, no, this is too risky to keep. That's way better. Scrapper, yeah, turn 2 is going to be nuts. I think we just pitch the Memorial Vault here, probably. And we'll keep that. Yeah, because, I mean, if opponent plays an artifact or enchantment on turn 2, then we can annul that. And then we'll play into our Pinnacle Emissary and Slag Drill Scrapper combo. Not fun being down a card, but that's just how it goes. I think it's better than trying to keep that previous hand. That, oh wow, a Harrier is even better. I think now I'm actually going to play the Harrier first turn. and see if opponent wants to remove that. That is just, that's too good. Because even if we can get in Pangolin, alright. No, I'm just going to decline. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. I got auto-tapped. Man. That's brutal. Alright, well that might be the game. That's... that is a punt way too early. And another Pangolin. My good lord, he's going to pump the first one. Brutal. I should have annulled it. For God's sakes. One mistake, into another, into another, into another. Alright, well, let's do this. No. Yeah. That was so bad. So bad. Oh well. So maybe I may have punted this whole draft. Probably also would have been way better to play the All Fate Scroll last turn and then get into the Land Seeker. What do you do? Another Pangolin. My god. Wow. Okay, I'm getting absolutely wrecked here. I'm gonna hold back. But it may be a little too late at this point, unfortunately. Yeah, Bombard to ruin that. Inquisitor? I'm gonna do that, I think. Maybe we also have no land. Alright, no blocks. This game is over. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'll play that out. I've got to take the land. Oof. That's well played on opponent's part. Let's see. Do I want to get 2 for 1 or just 1 for 1? I think I have to get 2 for 1 here. Not sure why I didn't attack with the other one, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, we might have stood a chance if we hadn't screwed up that one turn, got completely auto-tapped, but again, who knows? Unless we draw a miracle here. That is not even remotely a miracle. That was, yeah, that game was like at least 3 punts. That was terrible. And, I mean, we're done here, because We can't even block his creatures, and he has a flyer. So, that's embarrassing. I'm really sorry about that, but that's how they go sometimes. You just end up at the fate of the auto-tapper. 3-3, not great, and especially not for a deck that was this good. I mean, this deck was fantastic, but we got 2 rounds that we had to mulligan. We had 2 games where we drew into nothing but land after land after land, and then this last game, no land at all. But, you know, as RN Genie said, this format is brutal. Like, this is absolutely brutal. I don't think I've ever had so many games in a format where I've had to mulligan. Like, I played live one night and I took 12 mulligans in 10 rounds. That's insane. Like 12 mulligans in 10 games. How? Anyway, but that's Magic. And I mean, this set with no real fixing, like lander tokens, I don't really feel like counts for fixing, because you at least have to take part of a turn off in order to use them. I think if they came into play untapped, I think that would be more viable, but it would also be way too unbalancing. Green in this set is already like pretty unbalanced, I feel like. But yeah, like the All Faith Scroll it's not that great in this deck, and if you don't get any early plays, then, you know, that's just how it goes. But I mean, we did 3-3, which is okay. It's like I said, it's not great. I mean, 4 would have been nice, but at least we got 1,000 gems back. And we did pick up some cool rears here, like the Pinnacle Emissary is a fantastic rear. This Starwinder is really cool. I like that. The weapons manufacturing, very iffy. We didn't get to use that to any effect whatsoever, unfortunately. And I'm not really surprised. And the same with the Memorial Vault was totally useless. And again, I'm not too surprised. This set really feels like you have got to play aggro, and if you don't, you just get ruined, like absolutely ruined. And you need a lot of removal if you're playing aggro to just get rid of all these cheaper 4-drops that opponent can play. All right. Well, unfortunately, we did not take this to at least 4 wins. Like 4 wins is generally, with a deck, I'm happy with 4 wins. And with a deck that was this good, I mean, this should have trophied. Like, there is just so much luck in this format. It's really, it doesn't feel like it's about good play at all. It feels entirely about luck. Like, what cards you draw win you the game or lose you the game. It's, like, how do you beat 3 pangolins one after another? Like, I should have played my annul. I was not thinking, but I was already, like, snowballing after screwing up the previous turn. Getting auto-tapped to hold open an annul. Like, that's just, anyway. And then, yeah, I never even played it. Disappointing, but, you know, got to stay positive. The set is still around for another month, so we've got a lot more games in this set. And going 3-3, at least we keep our rank. And I think we actually, didn't we move up a couple of pips? So that's great. All right, until next week, or next time, which I guess is Wednesday, this has been Mint Alpha Lotus, and telling you all to stay mint.